Hey film students, this is Susan from Mystical Entertainment and my cat who wants all the attention right now. He's a curly-tailed cat. I don't know if y'all seen one of those before. Anyway, it's got the city lights behind me. The Holy Spirit reminded me that I haven't taught anything on background actors, which is extremely important procedures to know in film. Even though people just think, oh, we just stick them out there. When I had to leave my husband because he got on drugs, I actually worked in Hollywood for almost a year, and that's how you start. A lot of times, even Brad Pitt, one of the top A-lister actors in Hollywood, started out as an extra or a background actor, and then you get discovered. And so I was on my way to get discovered, so I said that about my ex-husband because I was doing really well in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, where the Hollywood sign is, and the Chinese theater, and all that was going on. I was there, and I was working in Hollywood and making quite nice money. And then my ex-husband found out and did all kinds of things to cause trouble and brought me back to Texas. The attorney said I need to go back to Texas. And when I was there, he stole my vehicle. Well, you can't live in LA and work on film without a vehicle because, you might need to be there at 4 in the morning. You might need to go to remote places or deserts or whatever. But the point is, I learned the system that Hollywood itself does for background extras. So I'll try to tell you really quick everything that you need to do. It's really, really important because, like, one time, for example, I saw an independent film and they were doing a scene at the airport. Well, obviously, they had gotten a hallway or something. They had gotten permission to film in that hallway, and they said it's an airport, and the actors were coming in with their suitcases and everything. But guess what? They didn't have one background actor. And I don't know about you, especially this one was a large airport. I don't know if you know about that. A very large airport, but there are a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people. And it looked so bad because it was an airport and they were talking about getting off the plane and everything. How was your flight? And there was nobody around, not even a worker. So that's why it's important to have, if you do a live action narrative, which is telling stories, it's important to have actors. So let me see if I can get the procedure real quick. So the actors have to be there. The background, they call them background actors or extras. Because they're extras, they have no speaking parts whatsoever. If they're very photogenic, which I am, that's how I got started in film. And so even now, I will do extra work. Because not only do you get paid, for me, it's not very much for the economy, but you still get paid like $100 a day. And since I'm semi-retired, $100 a day is pretty nice. And the other important thing is you get to meet other actors, you network, you find out what they know about the industry in your area, you learn about set location, everything. And here is the most important one that they don't tell you, because I tried bringing other people to do extras, to do extra work, and now I have a policy. I'll never do it again. I'll tell them how to contact the extra agency and they can go through the procedure themselves. And of course, most of them don't. 99% of them don't, because it takes work. But here's the problem, is if they can't handle doing background extra work, they can't handle the film industry, because you have to do every single rule to perfection. You cannot complain. You cannot do your own thing. You have to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, wherever I need to go ma'am. And what happens is they tell the extras, they'll say something like, okay, bring 3 outfits and 2 different pair of shoes for a business scene. And then the person will show up with 1 outfit and 1 pair of shoes, and even that 1 outfit doesn't work. They'll throw them off the set. I mean, immediately, because they do not have time to play around, especially if you're doing a $200 million movie or a $50 million movie. So you need to train your background extras in these rules as much as possible, so that when they are on a professional set, they'll know how to act. So what I'm doing in Auburn is my little town outside of the big city, even though it looks like from the back windows it's a bigger city, it's just a highway, is I train people who want to do film on small shorts, like 10-minute shorts with simple scenes, to show them how to act on a 10-minute film before I put them on a feature length. Because a lot of them can't even handle a 10-minute film. I can't tell you how many times I've put out a big notice that says call for extras, those who want to work on a film, and 25 say I want to work on a film, and then when the day comes, I send the link or whatever, and none of them show up. Or I give them a week notice, 2 weeks notice. They know to put it on the calendar. They do not show up. And if they do show up, they show up drunk, addicted, dirty, didn't take a bath, don't bring their clothes, whatever. I mean, maybe since you're a film school, you can give 1 or 2 chances. But if they can't do it, just get rid of them. You can use the same people and put on wigs, different clothes, hats, sunglasses, put a pillow under their shirt to make them look like a big person, gloves, different clothing. You can change extras around and background actors. It is a lot better to have 10 people who are reliable and will do what they need to do than it is to have 50 extras who do nothing but break rules and cause chaos. Okay, so that's the big thing about extras, and I'm going to tell you the other stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, so Central Casting is the #1 extra background actor agency in the United States of America. So that's who I worked for when I first started in Hollywood. I later on got projects with other films as working on set production or set decorator or whatever, locations. But when I worked as extra, I worked through Central Casting. What they do is they take body shot. You take your own of them. They can send them in and you keep that in their file. But they take a body shot, a side body shot, a front body shot, and then a head shot, and then each profile. Because I don't know if you know, on everybody, no matter who you are, half the face has your bad profile. And this is where you play serious characters, meaner characters, whatever. And then they have their, more glamorous. Now I'm overweight and I'm bigger and I'm old. But this side is my more glamorous profile. I always look good on this side. But if I play a mean character, or a serious character, ugly character, whatever, I do it on this side. So this is why they will take both sides and several shots of the background extras, because they know what type of character that is, and whether they want them to be the pretty, glamorous, more photogenic, or where they want them to look funny, or whatever. And this is what the big stars, celebrities, this is why a lot of times they will do a character role, say they mainly show themselves beautiful all the time, and then they'll do a character role and you go, what happened? They're ugly, even with makeup and stuff. They don't look good. Well, they're doing it on purpose. They're using the other side because they're doing a serious dramatic role. So you take those shots, you keep them on file, and get all their contact information, because for your film you need a variety according to the background. Like it could be a party. If it's a party and it's all young people, and then maybe you want a few people for it to be realistic who are kids or elderly. If it's a family party, you put them in. If it's a swing and dance party, then you have all 30 to 20-year-olds. So anyway, when you need to look for extras, you go through your files and see who fit that background scene. Okay. So that's really important that they're able to do that all on computer. I don't know how much, but you also need paper files as much as you can. But you also do computer files, or at least save it to cloud, to several emails. You never ever save anything to just one email. You save it to at least 2 emails. Okay, so they take that. You always, even as an extra, you wear solid colors unless it's very tiny print, or unless they call for loud colors, like for a party, Hawaiian. Around here, Hawaii's big, and so those are big floral shirts, even for the men. You know, if you want them to look like a clown or a crazy character, then they have bigger wild colors. You try your best not to use the colors black, white, or red in solid, because a lot of times those need filters, because they cause glare and they don't look good on camera if it's a solid red or a solid black, solid white. The cameras may be a little more sophisticated now. I'm not sure about that, but those colors are hard. So blues, greens, pinks, oranges that are not too bright, grays are great. You know, those different shade colors look better on camera. So a lot of times you print these instructions. You have instructions for the extras and the background actors. Show up on time, where to show up, how to get paid or not get paid, you know, whatever. You print them all so that they'll have a list of instructions, because a lot of times they're inexperienced, because you might need an older grandma, or you might need someone with a baby, and so they're inexperienced and haven't been on a film set before. So you tell protocol. I'm already running out of time. So what you do is you have to place them very carefully. They use the mock voice at all times. You cannot utter one sound, because the sound equipment is so sensitive. So in other words, they're having conversations, they say actual words, but they don't use their voice. For example, I am not using it right. So you act like you're talking to the person, but you don't use your voice at all. Even the whispery voice, totally will mess up the sound equipment, because they'll hear that whisper voice. The other thing that's important you need to know is that you count like them walking across. Say 2 people are in the front and then they're at a park, and so you need a few people behind, and you need somebody walking across to make it look more real. So you have people, a production assistant on each end, and they'll count like 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, go. And then the couple or the single person will walk behind them. And then the other person, they may count 12 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. And then they count 12 seconds and another couple goes across that way. The reason you do that is you don't want them walking at a regular interval, or you want them walking where it seems like a space of time is, but you don't want too much space because that's dead air. So, I'm already over 15 and YouTube doesn't always do that well. So we're probably going to have a part 2, but I'm going to have to do it in a few days. We'll see if YouTube loads this. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to redo it again. But anyway, that gives you a little bit of information about background extras. And we definitely need part 2 or 3 because I just trained someone on a short. And I did a dang good job training them. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.